where are we now? If we're coming up to autumn equinox, does that mean 2.5 years? Spring equinox 2020, spring equinox 2021, spring equinox 2022, and around to another lot of equinoxes. So 2.5 years we've been gathering here online in this space. How amazing. How amazing. Wonderful. I'm going to start opening up the space here this evening, and I kind of invite you to join in if you have smudge herbs at home, but also with the short visualization that we'll be doing, which will be kind of focused around our breathing as well. And I'll be doing a call in. Please feel free in your call in to call in to any other guides, spirit allies, deities that are important to you in your circle, or when opening a circle for yourself, or casting a circle in an opening sacred space. I'm going to start with the lighting of herbs. And you know we use a mixture of different ones here when we have our workshops, but also in the space that we use here. And I invite all of them and call to all of them for their healing and their blessings to help us be centered and grounded in this space. For me to leave behind any of the worries of the day, anything that might stop me from being fully present here, and that can all just to keep me in my heart space, in my center, as I hold this circle with you this evening. And may the smudge herbs continue to send out their prayers and their blessings to carry all around the circle that healing, that blessing, that protection, that centeredness and groundedness for us all in this space here. Welcome those who just joined. And what I'd ask and what I invite you just to do now is just take a moment to bring your attention to your breathing. And there's no need to do anything fancy with it. There's no need to change it or affect it in any way. We're just going to slowly move our attention to our breath. And notice that breath coming in. And that breath going out. Noticing the sensations of the in-breath and of the out-breath. Feeling that cooling around the nose and nostrils as we breathe in, that cool air, bringing that down deeper into ourselves. And that feeling of release as we exhale. And then noticing those spaces in between the inhale and the exhale. Of when we breathe in, that little moment where we're filled with breath before we exhale. And at the end of the exhale, that little moment of stillness before the next breath comes in. Noticing that gentle rise and fall of your chest and shoulders. And just how with each of those out breaths we just relax into the seat that we're in just that little bit more. And letting the seat just hold a little bit more of our weight. And I want you with your mind's eye to see from your feet roots going down into the earth and pushing through the layers of sand and soil, the wet earth, around rocks and boulders, and feeling that earth energy all around those roots, grounding you, holding you, connecting you. That deep down there's that fiery core of the centre of the earth. And just as we are here in this space, if there's anything that you need to release to the earth there, to let go of, you can release that there now. But this earth energy that's there around the roots, grounding, connecting. With your next breath, breathe in from those roots. Breathe in and draw that earth energy up through you, through your trunk, and out upwards through branches that go from your shoulders and the top of your head. And just with that out breath, just releasing that to the sky, to be caught by the breeze or the wind, to go and join the air and the sky. Again with that breath from the earth, drawing in that healing, grounding earth energy. Drawing that up through the roots, up through your centre, and out through those branches. And continuing just another couple of breaths, drawing in from the earth, up through you, and out through your branches. And now alternating that and letting the next breath breathe from through those branches, drawing in that light energy from the sky, from the sun, and from the moon, and from the star nations. Drawing that light energy down through you, down through your trunk, and out through those roots. Breathing then that earth energy up through those roots, up through you and out to the sky. Then alternating, bringing that light down from the sky above, through you, into the earth. And keep alternating with your breath, creating that bridge, being that bridge, feeling that bridge, both connected and grounded, centred between the earths below and the skies above. Yeah, all of that just helping us be a bit more here in our centre this evening. Whatever busyness we've been doing during the day, that breath just brings us back to that centre. And that's a good place to start as we open this evening. And from that centre, sending out that love to the earth beneath us. To the earth beneath us that holds us and heals us and guides us on our journey through life. To that air, those gentle breezes and those winds that are blowing, that clear away the old, that will in the coming months start shaking and blowing the leaves off the trees, helping them let go of that which they don't need. The air that is our breath. To the waters, those waters that flow from the underwater springs, those waters that flow in the rivers and streams and out to the sea, those waters that fall as rains that are much needed right across this land right now. And to that element of flow within us and to our depths. And calling to the fire, that fire of the sun that has warmed the earth, that has warmed the trees, the hedgerows and the fields of crops, bringing them to their harvest time. That fire deep within the earth. And all of those fires within us, those fires of creativity and excitement, of passion, of illumination. Let us call to all of those unseen guides and spirit allies, all of those that work with us and work through us. And let us call to our ancestors, those of our own bloodline that are there with love and support for us, and nothing but love and support for us, to give and support with their strength in this journey that we are living. And the ancestors of the land that we are on, those first peoples who moved into those lands that we are standing on right now, those first ones that knew and learnt the songs of the plants, that learnt the names of the mountains and of the rivers, and that learnt to live in a balance and harmony with the spirit of the land. To all of the drums that join us, those drums that we have made, those drums that have come to us, those drums that are beating here within our chests, we call to you, we honour you. And as we open and hold this space this evening, we are called to all of the spirits of the north, of the east, of the south and the west. And we ask this circle to be blessed. To the earth below and sky above, fill this circle with purest love. Blessed be. Blessed be, Aho, Amen. Whatever is the right way for you for ending prayers and sharing, you're very welcome. Hey, fantastic, and welcome to those who have joined while we were doing the smudging and grounding and opening there. We're going to begin with our first round of drumming. So if you have a drum with you, please grab it. If you're joining here with this open heart in your chest, this drum that we all have keeping rhythm there, we're going to have this first round, which is our unity round, which helps connect us here as a circle. You can see where we're all joining in from, spread across the world, spread far and wide. And so this first round of drumming is about connecting us in together. I'm going to do a little tester for Zoom, because last time something was going funny with the mic, so we just want to check that we're getting the right sound coming through, if that's all right, before we start. If I could have a thumbs up on there or something like that, just to know. Brilliant, thank you. Sometimes it's because it goes through different mics, it sounds like, what's it, kind of going through paper across a comb, being pulled across a comb or something like that. So let's begin with our first round, this unity round, connecting all of us here as a circle, and remembering that also includes those who catch up later on this evening or can't make it this evening and join on tomorrow. They're all part of this circle. So our round of unity. I'll begin, please join in, welcome everybody, whether it's your first time or whether you've been here with us on these for 2.5 years, for unity. Deepening your breath a little bit there. Moving your fingertips and your toes. Moving your whole body a little bit if you've been sitting still. As you open your eyes, if you've had them closed, just let them gently relax wherever they want to relax in the room before you bring yourself back to the screen. And yeah, when you are back with the group, give us a wave if you're on the Zoom screen down the bottom, and send up bubbles of whatever, the thumbs and the hearts and things like that. Let us know that you're back on the side there, or let us know in the comments with an emoji. Let's find an emoji that represents how you're feeling after that round of drumming, if you can get to them easily there. I think you've got some there on Zoom as well. Yeah, see if you can find an emoji that represents how you're feeling after that round of drumming. We'll see if we can decipher them here when we're all back together. There was something very different about that round of drumming as well, and in terms of the rhythm compared to what we usually use. So if you spotted it, or if you noticed what the difference was compared to usual, do say in the comments as well. We'll see if we can work that. We'll see if we've worked that out together. Oh, the first lot of emojis coming through here. So I'm getting, there's lots of green plants, a tree, some leaves, and a new shoot. Excellent. I'm getting smiles and thumbs. One here of a whole planet and a little shamrock leaf or a four-leaf clover that might be there. Loved it. We've got, I don't know what you call those, praise hands, and purple hearts and butterflies. Smiley faces with all the hearts. Ah, we've got prayer hands as well. Excellent. How was that round as well? What did you notice, or some people notice kind of a difference with it? Can anyone pick out what the difference was, or kind of notice what the difference was in the rhythm that we used this week compared to most other weeks? Ah, some more here of smiley face and green leaf and prayer hands and hearts. Others is feeling like Reiki and then there's a couple of a purple heart and a red heart. In terms of the rhythms of how these circles are, it's very much I drum and everybody else in the circle drums along. I guess that's sort of how it is in the circles that we do in person as well, although we may pass that around as to who leads each round of drumming. And what I started with there, different to usual, is a question coming of double drumming. Not double drumming, I usually use a 4-beat rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, and yes, Phoebe, you got it there. This was a waltz. It was 3 beats rather than 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And there's a real different energy to that rhythm. 4-beat rhythm kind of has kind of a notice but couldn't match it. I was doing your own thing, absolutely, yeah, that's the best way to do it. Very grounding and connecting to the earth. 1, 2, 3, yeah. And there's something about that 3-beat rhythm that really feels like it's really raising energy. I remember very early on working with drums, somebody described it as the I don't know, I think they called it the horse hoof rhythm, and it's, you know, that horse hooves on the ground, that kind of powering forward, and it really feels like it was kind of weaving and whipping up an energy. And you know, the 3 as well, within all of the old traditions here, being a very magical number. Really felt like there was some real magic being woven and whipped up with that. So yes, I was wondering if it was kind of, people were kind of wondering, is there something going wrong with it? Is this kind of the sound going glitchy? This doesn't sound normal. This sounds like it's going twice as fast. What's going on? Yes, it was just missing that third or that fourth beat. We went straight into 1 2 3 1 2 3 with the strong beat again. So nice to try that as for a change. As I say, it wasn't conscious. It wasn't a kind of a deliberate thing. I was just thinking that I would go to. I would start drumming, and that's what came. Loved it with a horse drum. 3 is a magic number. Couldn't get over it. Oh, it'd be lovely to kind of be practicing that one then. It reminded me of tribal African dancing. Okay, I wasn't kind of familiar with that in kind of terms of the 3. Totally something. It's a very whirly beat. Oh, totally horse. Yes, it's a very whirly beat. So something exciting energy kind of going on there with that at the start, and it'll be interesting to tune in with that this evening and see what else is stirring, because this is a time of change that we're moving into now, as we move into the autumn. And you know, I think in the last circle, people started talking about our last circle, beginning of August, is people talking about it being still very warm then. And kind of noticing kind of as we go in towards the harvest time. In the circle that we had in Ashford, we were really noticing the start of the autumn, and the kind of talking about those changes that we're noticing. And now where we are here in September, we can really see them even more. So I want us, for our next round, we'll be honouring those changes in the season, but let's just put them all in the pot together. Let's pop into the comments section or into the chat section. What are you noticing at the moment, changing in and around the land? We're here looking at screens at the moment, but let's bring in all of those things that we're noticing from outdoors as well. Welcome those who have all joined as well during that last round of drumming. I noticed there were a couple of people saying hello. Really good to have you along here. Let's join in with this now. What do you notice in terms of the gentle change of seasons? I've got conversations around. Do you mean conversations there? I can't follow that line in particularly. And leaves really changing. It's cold in the morning. Oh, conker's out. Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking out here. It's getting dark already. It's one of the things that I'm noticing as the change. Vicky's there, kind of. It's wet and darker and feels welcome. I'm looking on apple trees, just abundance of apple trees. These branches heavy with apples, just leaning up right out of the hedgerow. Others here, yeah, earlier nights, exactly. Apples now ripe, plums now picked. Excellent, time of harvesting. Is there anything else that people are harvesting from the hedgerows at the moment? If anyone's following some of the recent posts I shared on the Spiritual Rewilding Facebook and Instagram page, I'd gathered a lot of oak apples, and I mean a lot. I've gathered a lot over the last sort of 10-15 years, and recently made a set of prayer beads with them. And I've still got a bowl of them left, but kind of recently for this autumn, there is a number of oak trees near me where it was just full of these oak apples. Tiny little round, I don't know what you'd really call them, because they're not seeds or anything like that. It's sort of like a leaf that's grown into a hard ball because of a very complex life cycle of a wasp. But they historically were used for inks, and for things like the Book of Kells and old manuscripts. So they've got a long history of being used for sacred works, for sacred texts. and that's what I've mainly been harvesting recently. You can see others saying about making elderberry syrup today, blackberries, plums, sloes, and acorns, rosemary and apples, tasting great from the sand dunes. Fantastic. Fantastic. And yes, still getting warm in some parts of the day, but the cool mornings, there's some others there, feel really, really welcome. And in particular, at the moment, the rain after such a dry year, not just kind of a dry summer, of a dry year, for the soil to be wet again. You know, where there's kind of grass and, you know, wildflowers we put out there, it's kind of giving them a bit more, a bit more life towards the end of the summer. But yeah, for far out and around in the land, just to get some rain back into the earth again is so important. So let's, welcome rain for the wildlife. Yes, I think this is the first time I've got a little bowl outside with some stones in. That was for the I don't think there were many that were bees. I think it was wasps that were coming in, trying to find kind of somewhere out of the heat and the sun. And it's been the first time recently that I haven't needed to fill it up. Because where before it was just drying and evaporating in the heat. It's at least now been refilled by the rain. Yeah, so for all of the land and wildlife. This is kind of, yes, it's autumn, the season of water. If we work on that wheel, we go into the season of water. It's the season of cleansing and healing. And we're kind of coming up to the equinox now, so it is this time of the harvest, so gratitude, but also a time of reflection. And as some people have said, noticing some of the leaves already starting to turn. And it's that reminder in that reflection that we can let go and we can release the old, so that we can flourish better in the next turn of the wheel. And whatever I've just said there is just, I don't know, it inspired a dance of the bats just outside the window there, which was very, very nice. Last couple I can just see on here, hedgehogs, jasmine reflowering, and feeling the autumn is near, the cool air on the face and the moist earth and the berries red and rich. So let's have our next round of drumming in honour of all of those things, to honour the spirit of the season, as people say, very welcome to the autumn, to all of its blessings, to all of its healing, to all of its wisdom, to everything that it is bringing and has to share with us. Let's drum to welcome the autumn. Just once again letting your breath bring you back. Breathing your energy and your awareness back into your fingers and your toes. All the way into your body. Gently opening your eyes if they were closed. And gently making your way back to the screen. As the drum beats ripple out, sending those prayers and appreciation to the spirit of autumn. Great, I can see some hearts and thumbs going up on the side there, and some people already returned in the comment section. Do let us know you're back with a with an emoji of some sort, wherever you put it. Those on the screen, I think I can see you back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you feeling? How are you feeling from that round of drumming? After that round of drumming? Some saying excellent, some having connection issues, not sure whether that's my end or your end, saying it keeps on dropping out. Sorry if that is this end. I hope you're able to join and catch up with it afterwards with the video. Oh, more emojis. I can't see which particular face that is. Oh, someone's coming chilled out. Someone's got a smiley face with a fire. Excellent. Others saying calming and in touch with the earth. Super. Others saying very blessed and humbled by the richness of our great Mother Earth. Others are feeling present. Superb. Yeah, it certainly is a magical time as we move into the autumn. Is there anyone for whom would say the autumn is their favourite season? I think I hear kind of that as being a common answer for a lot of people. Others saying, yeah, very calming, grounding and grateful. Superb. Yeah, there's already been a yes coming very quickly and clearly there. On that is autumn favourite. Yeah, there's a couple there. And somebody's partner as well, so that would be a yes for. Super. And seeing a flurry of autumn leaves in the emojis in the comment section there as well. That's excellent. That's excellent. Yes, this time after the summer, I think, you know, I often think of the summer holidays or the summer time, kind of where there's a lot of festivals. And I've not done I've not done any festivals really this year. I've done a couple of events, but taken a break still, or kept a break after lockdown on festivals. We'll see about next year, but for now I've had a bit of a break, but kind of noticing this time in the autumn where it's after that, then people are kind of often reconnect with their own practice, or they realise, okay, actually now I'm wanting to take it a step with my practice, and that's where we often find there's lots of people looking to come and birth drums with us. So we've got our autumn workshops. First one, I think it's about 4 or 5 weeks time. The 8th, and there's a workshop on the 8th, and there's a workshop on the 9th of October in Avebury, and there's a couple of spaces left on the 9th. The 8th is full, and then we've got early November a workshop in Glastonbury, and then later in November some down here in Kent. So if there's anybody who's looking to birth their own drum this autumn, I've put the details in the blurb on the Facebook information for this video, so you can find the information there. Otherwise, this autumn we're looking to be a bit creative here, and you might have seen some of the pictures of Chris's work with the rattles. There's some quite exciting new rattles that he's been working on. We've been dyeing some of the offcuts that we use for the rattle heads, so he's got some kind of really quite striking rattles that are soon to be on their way, on their way to the to being shown, to kind of going onto the website. Over my shoulder here is one that I put a picture up of today, which I don't know how clearly you can kind of see some of these markings in this light, but it's absolutely incredible, the markings that have come out. It is a dyed hide, but what it's kind of brought out of the drum head is some really quite staggering lines and grooves it's found its way along. So we're looking forward to an autumn of creativity. That was one of the things, I don't know if people saw the cards that were pulled for our card reading for Heron Drums that we did at the during that week of the 10-year anniversary. But one of the things was to do with creativity and inspiration, so we're looking forward to exploring more with that. A couple of more comments come up on the screen there. I'm guessing this is to do with autumn being the favourite. Somebody saying, yep, tied with spring for me too. Oh, let's go with the first one first, if that's a reply. Yes, yes, yes. Feeling grounded. Yes, I love autumn, but I think it's tied with spring for me, was the big hand going in front of the screen there. And yes, tied with spring for me too. Love the spring leaves and buds and flowers and walks, but walks in the woods with the autumn leaves as well. Superb. Hey, all right. So I think what we haven't done for, I can't remember whether we'd managed to, or whether we did this in the last evening that we had, but it's for our healing round to have here together. And this has been a main part of this evening, these evenings that we've done over the last 2.5 years, where we hold a healing circle with the drums. And it's not a healing circle in any directive way. It's really for sending love and strength with the drums to those who we really feel could do with it at the moment, who for whatever reason, whether it is sickness or whether it is a hard time, or if we feel that they could really do with just that extra bit of energy directed to them, of love and strength, that we hold them in the centre together, and we dedicate our next round of drumming to all of those names that are put in there. Because we're on public platforms like Facebook, what I suggest or ask of people is if you pop initials down rather than any names that might make it identifiable. Helps kind of keep it a bit more private, but they can be popped into the centre there with initials, and no need to add any kind of information or story to it. It's just gather all of those names, those initials of those people in the centre who we want to dedicate some love and some healing to. I talked on the evening for the anniversary about my drum that is my healing drum. But I have a couple of different drums that sort of have their own purpose that they have told me that their work is, and this one joins me on these rounds for our healing rounds. And yeah, really grateful for all of those people that have thought about and put those names forward for those that they would like to dedicate this round to and send love and strength to. And so for all those that have been named and any others that come to our minds and our heart, let's drum for them. And if, like I do on these evenings often, and I did in the last round, if you want to bring your voice into it, that's another powerful way where you can allow the energy to flow with that intention and dedication of love and strength for all of those initialed in the centre of the circle there. If you want to stand up, so you can just move your body and just let your body flow with the drumming, please, you're welcome to. Just because we're on a screen doesn't mean we need to sit statically. Yeah, do as you feel comfortable with this round, as we dedicate that love and that strength to all those that we've put into the centre of the circle. as the drum beats ripple out from this circle, carrying those prayers for love and healing for all those that we've been holding in our minds and hearts during this round. As those drum beats spread out far and wide, let's bring ourselves back to our breath. Right down to our fingertips and our toes, bring us back into our body. Bringing our focus with our eyes just onto something in the room, and just let that be that little bit of an anchor as you slowly bring yourself back to the screen. If you're needing just to keep on with deepening your breath or moving your body, fingertips and your toes, just to help bring yourself back. Bring yourself back to the circle and let us know with an emoji or a thumbs up or a wave or a comment there. Let us know that you're back. Hey there. I just had nothing but song coming from this drum all the way through. It's one of those, I know a number of you have put it in the comments that you can often hear singing when you're drumming, and not when I'm singing myself, hearing it kind of there in and around the room, and you know, really thought that there's somebody on the other side of the wall who's just pressing play on something as soon as I start drumming, and there's some singing going on in the background, and as soon as I stop they switch it off. But it's just coming from the reverberations of this drum, and you know, reverberations off things in kind of full rooms like this can often just be buzzing of one thing resting against another. This is just happy drums joining in with the prayers for healing. Others feeling it a very powerful round, healing round there, feeling very hot. Seeing lots of emojis coming in there, that's wonderful. Of the circle of stars, I love that emoji, just to represent some of these magic circles that we create and love. Others of moon and I can't quite see what the next one is. Moons and mushrooms and butterflies. That's a fantastic energy to be feeling of on a round of drumming. Others magical with rainbows. Others with fire and water. Beautiful on the balance there. How about others? And others feeling grateful in that round. That's superb. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, all of those prayers continuing to go out far and wide. So we've gathered as our circle this evening. We have honoured the spirit of autumn. We've done a couple of rounds which really charge us up, and we've sent that energy out far and wide with the healing round. To close this evening, we often like to close with a song, and now that the autumn is starting to be here, and as we commented, the leaves are starting to fall, and as we've commented, there's been the start of the rains. We can now sing. It's now time to start with my favourite song, Hey Ho, Darker Grow the Days. It's my favourite. I hope it's a popular one, or one that you like out there as well, those of you in the circle. It's got a bit of a sea shanty vibe to it, and somehow just, you know, it doesn't have an ending, it just rolls on to the next line, so we have to find a way to end it here. But the words of it are, hey ho, darker grow the days, and the winds blow the rain across the land. See the leaves are falling, hear the spirits calling. And we cycle round and around with it, just as the Wheel of the Year does. There's some others who love this one as well. I always say with these songs, if you know them, sing them kind of, full power. If it's the first time singing it, you can sing along with hey ho at least. But as you pick up the rest of the words, join in with it, and while you're picking it up, hum enthusiastically. So, yes. Hey ho, darker grow the days. I think it's easier on the sound if I start singing and then I'll bring the drum in. But bring the drum in yourselves whenever you are ready to. Just going to have a sip here. So another one in honour of the season that is arriving here, that we're welcoming in, a season of autumn. Hey ho, darker grow the days. Hey ho, darker grow the days, and the winds blow the rain across the land. See the leaves are falling, hear the spirits calling. Hey ho, darker grow the days, and the wind blows the rain across the land. See the leaves are falling, hear the spirits calling. Hey ho, darker grow the days, and the wind blows the rain across the land. See the leaves are falling, hear the spirits calling. Hey ho, darker grow the days, and the wind blows the rain across the land. See the leaves are falling, hear the spirits calling. Hey ho, darker grow the days, and the wind blows the rain across the land. See the leaves are falling, hear the spirits calling. Hey ho, darker grow the days, and the wind blows the rain across the land. See the leaves are falling, hear the spirits calling. Hey ho, darker grow the days, and the wind blows the rain across the land. See the leaves are falling, hear the spirits calling. Hey ho, darker grow the days, and the wind blows the rain across the land. See the leaves are falling, hear the spirits calling. Hey ho, darker grow the days, and the wind blows the rain across the land. See the leaves are falling, hear the spirits calling. Hey ho, darker it is the season of autumn, but it's not yet time to slow right down. It's to enjoy this changing of seasons and the energy that it brings. And so, as we say, is kind of there's an enlivening vibe to it too, as we shift into this period, as we come towards the equinox, we come towards this time of balance. So, as we close this space here this evening together, we honour the season, we honour those changes and shifts and turning of the wheel that is going on out and around in the land, for all of the wisdom and blessings and medicine and healing that it shares with us and that it gives to us, for everything that it teaches us. And as we bring ourselves more in tune with that natural cycle that's out there, that's also within us, may we understand its wisdom, may we understand its medicine. So to the spirit of the season, to those guides and spirit allies, to our ancestors, to all of the spirits of the elements and all of those unseen that have weaved their magic in and throughout what we have shared and experienced here together in this evening, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And may we carry your strength and blessings into the coming days and weeks and months, until we can gather back here again in this space or in other circles like this. So as we bid you farewell, we go with our thanks and gratitude. Blessed be. Big thank you, everybody. Big thanks to you all. Hope you enjoyed that song there. Hope you carry the energy of that song into the coming days and weeks and months. It's one we're able to sing right up until the winter solstice, darker grow the days, because then the days start getting lighter again. If you're really keen, you could start singing it just after summer solstice and keep it going for 6 months. But I wait until it starts getting a little bit darker and the leaves start turning. But yeah, keep on singing that one in the coming days. But thanks again for joining on this circle, for being part of the circle, for connecting right around the world here. I've seen others who joined just kind of a little bit into the evening, but again, widening this circle across different countries and we're across different continents here as well. So it's been really, really lovely over the last 2.5 years to be weaving this web. We focus on that tree visualization at the start there, and one of the things there is as well with the trees is their roots go out into the earth and they're connected by these mycelial networks underneath and around, and this circle that we have here is truly connected, and we can continue to send that love and strength to one another and be held and supported by one another. So really, really beautiful holding this space with you all and being here each month. Next time we'll be here, it will be just after the Glastonbury, just after the Avebury drum birthing. Will it? Yes, so I'll be in Avebury on that weekend on the 8th and 9th of October for 2 drum birthing workshops, and that means the second Tuesday is the 11th of October. So I'll be freshly back after seeing loads of new drums being brought into the world and being there among the stones at Avebury. So I'll look to bring some of that ancestral energy into the evening as well. But really, really lovely to see you all. Thanks so much for joining in as well with the emojis. That was something new, and it's been lovely to express how those different rounds of drumming felt for us with the emojis there. As always, in the blurb above the Facebook live video, there's a few links. If you're not on the newsletter, there's a link for that. We've got some offers at the moment on the website for drum bags, so please have a look at the link there. If you're looking to get a drum soon, at the moment we're doing them with drum bags for free for this month to the end of this month. What else have I put on there? Oh, importantly, the raffle. The raffle is still ongoing. We'll be calling the raffle at the end of the month, so there's still time to enter. If you've not entered, please do. We're supporting 4 different organisations that are working to help fight for Indigenous rights, but also for environmental projects and protection. So please do enter the raffle if you haven't already. If you've already entered, share it far and wide, share it with your friends. Kind of if there's any groups that you're in that think may be interested in seeing it, please help with that. We have so far raised £1,500. It's done through Just Giving, so all of that goes, every bit of that goes directly to those organisations, those charities, and the prize for it, it's packed away at the moment, but do have a look at the videos that have gone up previously. An absolutely stunning and superb 24-inch reindeer drum. Really is an incredible kind of powerhouse of a drum. And that comes with a bag, with a beater, with a range of ceremonial smudge herbs, and with an oracle deck. So please do support that. We're looking to raise £2,000 overall. We're 75% there. We're 3/4 of the way there, and with an extra bit of help and support, if you're able to push it and share it and tell others about it. If you see the posts on the Facebook page, for example, tag any friends in the comment section, and it would just be great to reach that target there. So the link for that is at the top of the live video, and yeah, I'll go and put it in the comment section again as well, so you can find it all over the place. So yes, thanks those who have held on to hear that extra announcement there. I will see you in October, if not before. Have a fantastic rest of September, have a fantastic equinox, and yeah, look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care.